What is going on, guys, and welcome to HTML tutorial. In this video we're going to be covering a couple of more elements that actually help our forms to appear much nicer, and the elements are going to be label, field set, legend, image, and also we're going to be creating a button that has the background of an image. So first let's get to label element. So the normal way how we'd always work with a form elements, we would place them within form element tags over here, and then we would, let's say over here, I would say contact details. You can see that again my typing is not very great. Contact details over here, and then the next paragraph I would say, let's say again I'm going to create another paragraph, and I would say email, and over here I would just create a simple input element, and I would set type equal to text over here, text like this, and name again I'm gonna say email, right? So that would be our typical way how we always done it before. Now here's the deal. Once I actually pressing on this email, you can see that nothing is really happening. Now there's a way actually around it how we can create a label element that would actually uncover this email, this text over here, and our input box that we have created. So I'm just gonna delete this over here, these paragraph tags, and we're gonna get rid of them, and over here I'm gonna create a label, and you can see that it has a closing tag. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut this and actually paste this over here. So now we have the email and input type text that is within our label element, right? And what happens over here, once I press it actually on the email, you can see how my box right away lightens up, and it actually helps with the ones who are visually impaired. That's why when you're creating websites, you're actually doing this. You're actually, whenever you have some type of form, you're actually putting within the label element over here. Now let's create a couple of more of these labels. So again, I just deleted it, but let's say that I would want to copy this, and let's say that this one is going to be phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to over here I'm going to say that this is phone, and over here I'm going to create phone. Again, the name should be the same as the choice that we're giving, but what I'm gonna do over here, I'm just gonna create a line break over here. So now we have two forms, we have email and we have phone, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create another one, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy this and paste it over here, and the last one should be mobile, right? Let's imagine that the phone is the home phone number or work phone number, and this is going to be mobile over here. And let's say here I'm going to set it to mobile again, and here again we would have to create a line break. So now we have three nice forms: email, phone, mobile. And what we can do is, since they're actually referring to the same thing, we could actually create something called Fieldset, which actually let's say covers all our options if they're pretty much similar, right? So what I would do over here, I'm just going to delete this for now, and I'm going to create a element Fieldset, and again you can see that it has opening and closing over here, and I'm just going to cut this and paste it over here, and now you can see how all my forms are actually are sitting within a nice box which is called Fieldset, which actually it makes sense. Let's say if I would be creating forms about phone right now, but then let's say it would be about something else, I could actually create my forms within one field set, then create another field set. So it actually kind of makes sense, and it's easier to operate for the user who's coming to our website. And what we can what we can do is, if we want to create a nice top for our field set, we can always use the legend element over here, And let's say over here I'm going to write contact details, right? So now I can see how nicely it is done over here, that we have a nice contact details on top of our whole box. And the last thing that I'm going to show you is how to create a actually button that has the background of an image, right? And let's say that, again, I'm just going to write input, and over here as a type, I'm going to go down here, and value I'm going to create is image. And what we would need to do for the image, the same as for the regular image, we would actually have to have a source. And I'm just going to note that in images somewhere I have Kevin Hart picture. So I'm going to go over here, and that's going to be probably funny. That's going to be my Kevin Hart over here. And also what I would need to do is width and height. Those are two attributes the same as for my image. So let's say width, I'm going to send it to 100 pixels. And over here, the height, I'm going to have it, I don't know, to 10 pixels. Set it equal to 10 pixels over here. And close it out over here. And now you can see my little Kevin Hart over here, the button. But what I'm gonna do is, you can see that I created actually outside the field element. So let's say that I'm just gonna cut this over here, and I'm just gonna create a new one. And now you can see this is my little button. Now I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger so we could actually maybe see it a little bit better. And if I go over here, you can see that as I'm hovering, it is actually working as a button. So this is something that maybe this image is not the best for the example, but you can, if you have some type of image that you would want to use as your button, you can actually do it like this. This is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.